Hello, it's so good to see you all. I know I'm not seeing you, but it's so good to be here. This is my girl's room, and it's so good to smile. I talked to my publicist the other day. She said, I'm not ready. I have more healing to do. She is half right. I had a book launch on January 12th. It did not go very well. I wrote down a script, I practiced. I have this whole scenario in my mind, but I didn't do anything. I froze. The only thing I can think of was that something is not true. Something has lost its truth. It took me a while to realize that when it was happening, it was truth. It was my truth at that moment. The funny thing about life is, anytime someone else is involved, it's not completely in your hand. You will see me move my hand because I haven't, it keeps dimming up on me. So, I have said this before. I wrote a book. It took me 2 years to do it. It took me a lot of money to do it. But I didn't do it to get money back. I did it because I am not unique. I am not alone. If the stories I tell gives one person a new perspective, a courage, something, then I think I find myself successful in writing this. This is the book, and that's me. The person I loved took that picture. And there is the back, which is marketing jargon. I don't like it, but when you're doing certain things, you have to play by the rules. Sounds really yucky, isn't it? Playing by the rules. But I do play by the rules sometimes. This has a bunch of stories. Actually, it has a flaw too, just like me. It has an entire paragraph repeating in two different places. Me, my editors, all of us missed it. I thought about it, fixing it, but then I thought, you know what? I'm a flawed person. What better way to represent myself than a book with a flaw? So far, I have not, like I said, it came out on January 12th. I have not asked anybody to buy the book. It's there in Kindle. Hard copies are not that much, not that many. You can buy it in India, you can buy it in a bunch of countries. Now I am asking you, buy the book, read it, tell me what you think. Tell me what you really think. All of the stories in it here, they are true. I have skimmed a lot from a lot of stories because when I was writing it, I was thinking, I was still thinking, some people do deserve kindness. They do. We all deserve it. So it was my way of showing kindness. And one of the review came back saying that I don't name the names. It's intentional. Why do that to them? What I wanted to do was tell a story, motivate whoever is reading it. That doesn't need names. I have no intention of gossiping through this book. You ask me why I wrote it? Because too many of us hide in corners, cry in silence. We are scared and we think we are alone, but we are not. But it is scary as shit. You will struggle. I promise you that. You will break down. You might end up on the street. But keep fighting. Keep getting up. And keep doing. That's my only agenda to write this book. I put the price very minimal. Like I said, I am not trying to make money out of this book. If that was my reason, I would have written it in a very different way. And people would have bought the book. But I didn't. That's not the intention of the book. It has stories. It has a few poems. And it has emotions as we feel it. I don't hide anything from about myself. And that is how it should be. And if it gives you that push, then that's I succeeded. This is this 6 lines. I call it Embrace Them All. So here it goes. Let us embrace them all. The mistakes of the past, the worries about the future, failures, frustrations, tears, doubts, heartaches, fears. Let us embrace them all and let them be so that we can live in the now. Isn't that what we all want? Live in the now. It's not as easy as it sounds. Either we think about the past and lose our present moment, or we worry about the future and lose the present moment. We do need the past because it makes us who we are. We do need the future because that is where we are going, and that is hope. Without hope, nothing can be done. But then there is this present moment. Feel that wind. Kiss passionately. Hug your child. Smile with all of your heart. So, for the first time, I'm talking about my book. It's called Breaking the Mold. It just means that, and you are enough. It just means that I broke this circle, my circle. I paid a heavy price for it. To give you an example, I was in hospital 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They asked me for an emergency contact, and I didn't have an emergency contact. If you ask me 10 different people, they will give you 10 different opinions about me. They don't try to get to know me, who I am. This is me. If you want to know me, read it. Then tell me. Ask me. Anything. I promise I will be honest with you. My love to all of you. There is 34,000 and something out there, and I really appreciate you. I'm an ordinary woman from an unknown place, and yet you give me a ear to listen, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you. So, till next time. Bye.